Hello, viewers. Once again, welcome to the Mint Mesh desk for our weekly broadcast. Glad to see so many of you watching us, and your comments are always welcome. They are wonderful. Gives us a lot of encouragement to keep continuing these weekly broadcasts. And my name is Sunil Chatavetil, and I'm out here from the Michigan studio of Mint Mesh. And with me is Anish Verma, and he's looking like he's in some kind of a spider web. It's a good place to be in, Anish.
Yeah, I'm trying to get caught in the web of all my communication.
Very good. And then I have Ajay, prone behind something in Bangalore. So Ajay, hello. Good. Well, yeah.
Hello. Yes. Yeah, this is not, I'll go back to my olden days of AVM studios in Bangalore.
Very good. So, well, this week.
Old is gold. Old is gold always.
Oh, you bet. Well, this week, we want to touch on certain things about AI, and we will talk about product, how our roadmap is flourishing. Anish will talk about all the wonderful things he's doing as part of his sales and marketing strategy. His 5 prongs or 5 fingers with different, purposes for every finger. I guess Anish, you're talking about the 5-prong strategy. But well, we got a lot of things going for you this week. And Anish, we keep talking about artificial intelligence. Ajay, we do talk about artificial intelligence, but there is one thing where I don't know if AI can ever, come close. Do you know what? Take a wild guess.
I know. I can't say. I know what you might have. I never can guess what you think, right? So
No,
I'm not.
I was talking to my mom the other day, and that's right. I have never seen my mom ever refer to a recipe or a book to prepare things. Every time she just puts in a little bit of salt there, a little bit of masala, and a little bit of this. So whenever you ask back, what is it? She's always making a new thing every time. But I don't know if AI can solve that kind of problems. Right?
Let's hope AI don't solve such kind of problems.
It's always unique and pretty great, isn't it? I mean, all of us love those days when our mom used to be cooking for us.
True.
So with that, I just also want to share we are getting into some exciting partnerships. We're talking to some really big companies around the globe on how to collaborate and take this our solution forward, the artificial intelligence solutions for engineers, and this is yielding us great results, and we are seeing significant success in this field. So we'll have more details over the next few weeks as we start firming up, definite relationships and a go-to-market strategy with these channel partners. But we are seeing very, very big interest from large majors, especially for our AI solutions for technical bid evaluation and engineering drawing analysis. So Anish, did you want to share something on what you're doing there?
Yeah, definitely. And you're talking about the AI and what AI cannot do or can do, Sunil. It reminds me of the fear, and some of the younger population may not relate to this at all. But when we were growing up and graduating from school, computers had just come about in India. I'm talking about the early 90s, mid 90s, and there was so much fear that computers are going to take over everybody's job, right? There will not be any people required. They will do all the math, all the calculations, all the compilations and everything. And 25 years since now, everybody has multiple devices and we all still have work. Of course, typewriters have gone away, typists have gone away, right? There are some jobs that have been completely replaced. But the same thing is happening with artificial intelligence, right? When I talk to some of my clients, they don't always ask this question directly. But you can read between the lines and hear some of those tones about is this going to have an impact on my job as an engineer? And my answer is no. AI cannot replace a human being, not today, and not for the work that we are providing solutions for, which is helping engineers accelerate their activities around technical bid evaluations and engineering drawing analysis, right? That is what Mintmesh as a company is focused on, and that is what we are doing. And Ajay will talk a little bit about some cool products that we are going to launch very soon, some new modules. But from a sales and marketing perspective, we continue to get a lot of good feedback from our clients that we are working on pilots with. We are getting inquiries from all over the world. We got one this morning from Singapore, where the company is very interested in what they saw in the demo. And again, if you guys want to watch the demo, please go to mintmesh.ai and click on the watch demo icon on the top right hand corner. This demo will not stay long on that site, so please go ahead, watch the demo right now. And if you're interested, please reach out to us, comment here, or you can send an email to sales@mintmesh.com. But we are very, very fascinated with the feedback that we are getting from our clients and potential clients that we are working on pilots with and doing a lot of other stuff with. And the feedback is from all over the world. We had another inquiry from a guy in Saudi Arabia early this week, actually, for a problem from a supplier's perspective. Right? We focus on trying to solve the problem for engineers in this entire value chain, which is owners, operators, EPCs, suppliers, engineering advisory firms, and consultants, and the project management advisors as well. But it is very fascinating. It feels so good as a sales and marketing guy when your product is solving your clients' problems, and I think that is the most satisfying thing for us in the company. Our design principles are very simple, right? Give more capacity to the engineers, give them more time to do more value add work. Do not ask them to re-enter data that has already been entered somewhere else. And that is what our design principle is. So when you look at a demo, there is no data entry. You only upload documents and we'll do the rest for you using AI algorithms. And Ajay's team has built a great solution for us, very easy for me to sell and market, and we continue building on it and growing from there. But Sunil and Ajay, a lot of excitement, man, in the market out there. We're getting good inquiries, we're getting good questions asked of us. We're looking forward to going and resolving and solving this problem with as many clients as we can.
Yeah, good to hear that, Anish. And as usual, we march forward. I'm very optimistic about where we are going. Yeah, Jay, you wanted to share something?
Sure. Yes. I mean, our journey continues, right? There are a lot of stuff happening on the design analyzer. Sorry, the drawing analyzer. The vendor drawing analyzer is coming up. I think we should be ready, up and running. General availability is targeted for the end of Q2. There would be a beta version before that. We're just finalizing on the date. So probably looking at a date between second and third week of June, just to show to our existing customers so that they can kind of validate it. If everything goes well, we're targeting it to be in the marketplace by end of June. Okay, it'll definitely have a lot of those things which will solve the problem, but a lot more to continue on that. The other exciting part that more of the data, a lot of data being built, a lot of knowledge being created within Rudy. More and more equipments being added, more and more items being added. So those are all going to be great stuff. And I just want to add to this whole aspect of AI part, right? There is, that threat perception, I'm sure it is coming down a lot, right? It's not like what we had about 4-5 years back. I think there is a lot of, the digital media, those days when computer was there and there's no Google, right? There was no LinkedIn, Google, any of those stuff. So I think that that threat perception of losing the job is a lot more less nowadays because people are more aware of what's happening. What is AI? Because information is available right there, right? So AI definitely cannot replace a human being for sure. It can ease out humans' activities and give them more. I would say value addition, more than value addition. I would say bring more discipline into their life and have their privilege. Not the work-life balance is not going to be a privilege anymore, right? It's going to be the right of every individual. So AI would help you with that as a professional. So that's the way I look at it. I get to spend time. If I'm able to stop my work at 6 and go back home and enjoy with my kids, a family, AI would help you with that, right? That's the way I would look at it, right? So a lot of positives about AI rather than negatives is what I feel, and I mean, end of the day, it's it's knowledge, and the knowledge has to be imparted to that, right? So, and that has to come from an individual or a human being. A lot of good stuff around product development. I think, the best part as looking at the technology, I think I'm more and more focused on how we are organizing ourselves right now. Right now, the more and more bigger we are getting from a team standpoint, I think the process and how we put things together, how we have that diligence and everything together is what's going to excel, get us to the next step, right? Agility is definitely going to be there. I know with more people around, a little bit of a flexibility can be lost. There can be a lot of deliberations around decision making and things like that. But I think that's the process. That's something that we are focusing on right now. Right now, from an organization standpoint, within the product development engineering team, to get us more organized well, so that we have a clarity on what you can expect, and from a sales and marketing standpoint, from a product standpoint, which gives you an ability to be more engaged with your customers on what they can expect, right? And plan around that. So that's the top of the thinking that we are having. Again, hiring is continuously happening. We're still hiring. It's not easy. I mean, more and more we get into it, it's not coming easy, right? That we are also looking for certain skills which is really, really in demand in the Indian market. So it's like a talent war happening. So we are also now trying to win that war with so many biggies out there. So it's a little tough there. We need a lot of support there. Folks who are listening to this video or seeing this video, please send your email resumes to this email, careers@minmesh.com. And Python guys and front end and data scientists, all those people are definitely required. Supplier module is another story that is getting built up as we're speaking. I think that's another exercise. I think we're slightly changing the game here. We are kind of working with the suppliers directly, understanding and making sure that there is the hypothesis that we're trying to build this module on is kind of established and certified by them, rather than going ahead and building anything out there, right? So what's the kind of revenue ROI that we can get as a company building such modules? So that's also being built. Sunil knows about it a lot, and it's whom we're talking to and everybody. So a lot of good stuff, right? Great journey, great exciting journey. I mean, I'm really enjoying the steps that we're going through right now, and the phases that we're going through. Looking forward for a wonderful Q2 again.
Great. I mean, yeah, and I think unconsciously, Anish, you are saying that you are not a digital millennial or something of that sort, right?
Yeah, I guess I'll let that cat out of the bag. Yes, I dated myself a little bit.
It's quite all right. Anyway, it was great catching up with you folks on this week's broadcast, and we are going to talk to you again next week. Even more, fun things to discuss around what we are doing and in the world at large. But again, for our team in India and the folks out there and the families out there in India, stay safe, stay healthy. I know India is passing through a rough phase as far as the COVID situation goes, but we'll get through this very fast, and thankfully, things are getting better, I guess. Anyway, see you all next week. So long for now, and take care.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye.